Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord, where in tonight's video I will be doing another theory-filled video for you guys. I wanted to share my thoughts and theories with all of you regarding the post-credit scene from last summer's big summer blockbuster film, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. You know what, I should have done this video sooner, probably closer to after when the movie came out almost a year ago. I'm sorry it's taken me so long, but a thought had crossed my mind the other day, and I realized that, this is something like my other theory videos I want to get off my chest and share with you guys. And, of course, I always welcome your feedback as well, and I want to hear from you guys knowing how you feel about this. Of course, fair warning, in case some of you still haven't seen Godzilla, King of the Monsters, obviously, spoilers ahead, I'm talking about the post-credit scene at the very end of the movie once everything has happened and said and done. So if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. It's amazing. Excellent monster film. And then come back and listen to this video. Okay, that was our spoiler warning. You've been warned. Let's get back to it. So, in the post-credits scene, we see that Jonah Allen, played by Game of Thrones' Charles Dance, has procured the severed head of Ghidorah that was ripped off by Godzilla during his underwater fight with the three-headed beast earlier in the movie off the coast of Mexico. Some fishermen fish the head out of the water and are now trying to sell it to Jonah, who eagerly takes it, and the last line of dialogue in the movie is him looking at the head intently and says, "We'll take it." Now, I believe this indirectly sets up Godzilla vs. Kong, and this is why I think that. Actually, let me address the other thing I wanted to say first. I read some theories online about a year ago after this movie came out, and it's an interesting theory, but I highly, highly doubt it. One theory I read was that this was actually setting us up for the third Godzilla film, since King of the Monsters was the sequel to Godzilla 2014. It's an interesting theory, but I highly doubt that's the case here, and that this is why. The movie that came out before Godzilla King of the Monsters was 2 years prior, Kong Skull Island. That film had an excellent post-credits scene where it revealed cave drawings of all of the monsters who appeared in King of the Monsters. Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra, Godzilla himself, of course. In fact, we see the cave drawing of Godzilla and Ghidorah that was drawn on the cave in an archive image as Monarch is investigating them during King of the Monsters. That was, from first seen in Kong Skull Island. Because Kong Skull Island directly set us up for this movie, for King of the Monsters, I believe the post-credit scene in King of the Monsters directly sets us up for Godzilla vs. Kong. How and in what capacity, it's hard to say. There's a lot of interesting theories out there regarding as to whether or not, the real villain or antagonist of the film will not be Kong or Godzilla, but another monster that will appear that will either force them to unite and fight side by side, or maybe they'll both deal with it separately and just fight them individually. I don't know. Those are just theories out there. But I think that's a very plausible theory, considering this quote from director Michael Dougherty, who gave us King of the Monsters, when he said this regarding Ghidorah's severed head. "A few scrapings of cells, and who knows what you can create with it." I think that's a pretty big hint that, this severed Ghidorah head is going to play a pretty big role in Godzilla vs. Kong later this year. So either that means the creation of a new monster, or perhaps the regeneration of Ghidorah, or another popular theory is Mecha King Ghidorah, which is like a robotic-looking version of the three-headed dragon. Any of these possibilities seem very plausible to me. Personally, I would love to see something bigger, nastier, perhaps even taller than both Godzilla and Kong, which would give them a reason to unite and team up to take down this monster in an epic monster brawl. That's just my own fanboy fantasy, obviously. But anyway, I believe this post-credit scene does set us up for Godzilla vs. Kong, not a third Godzilla movie. It was an interesting theory, but I just don't see that being the case, since the post-credit scene in Kong Skull Island set us up for this movie, Godzilla King of the Monsters. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts and theories on the post-credit scene from this movie? I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did talking about it. Godzilla vs. Kong is set to come out this year, November 20th. Although that very well could change due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. So stay tuned and subscribe to this channel for more updates. Have an awesome rest of your night, everybody, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.